Aquarius.
Hello and Happy New Year 2013, Aquarius. We're going to be looking at your forecast for what you can expect now from January. And we're starting out looking at your hidden area, your subconscious area. You have a lot of things going on here. So there may be changes that you're contemplating but maybe not fully ready quite yet to take action on. But there's this feeling of that preparation maybe to start making a move on certain things, which may not be quite yet. But there is that intuitive side of you that might feel like a need to retreat just a little bit, because it is a time to go deeper into spirit and to reflect on the past, to bring up whatever needs to be discussed or healed. It's a great time for you guys to talk to somebody you really trust, or have therapy, for example. And this could be old things, you know, it could be from years past. If there's anything there, you know, loosen up and let it go. Because as you let go, you're preparing for the new that life is going to bring into you here in some time to come. But you're starting out the month here with a very social time. I see a lot of friends, I see you with groups, or even spending time with some organizations, and it's lively. And any females around you at this point I see can be very supportive. You might even find a new girlfriend. If you were a guy, you might find a new woman within these fields here that you might feel attracted to. And we have Saturn. Let's talk about Saturn, because that might be giving you just a little bit of anxiety here initially. And a lot of people do tend to fear Saturn because it is considered the planet of karma, coming in to get you. You know, but you know what, when you befriend Saturn is when you take charge and you grow, and you once again come back into charge. I have to say that whatever's taking place for you in the career field right now, you have been working for so long to get somewhere, to get that recognition, that I'm seeing that you're just about now to kind of step up and take that role of leadership. You're ready for it. You can expect to have your name go out there far and wide, and embody the sense of authority. Okay, Saturn is always authority. It's your own inner authority, but it could also be external authority. If you're not stepping up to it within you, then outer external authority may step in, and there may be changes coming in as far as that goes. So you want to make sure that you call the shots, that you make whatever changes that needs to be made now. You may have been sensing there's changes going on, but if you're shutting off for it, those changes will come regardless, and they will be from the external side, which isn't always as pleasant. It's better to be the one to make those changes. So you have that. And as long as you know that you can empower it, you're in a very good place. Go back 14 years as far as career. Where were you, and what did you start? What were you aiming for? This is the time here now where you have been climbing that ladder. This is a time for you to take that throne, you know, and celebrate that. So that's wonderful. Very good for you. We have changes in the area, I would say. Love, there's new love to be found, or reinvigorated, so to speak, and especially from the end of the month going onwards throughout late winter and into spring, you'll find that love is going to just lift you off on its own wings. And you may be traveling, making plans to travel somewhere with your significant other. The area of children, they will bring you probably a lot to be proud of. I see them establishing themselves, excuse me, if you have children in that age, and not little, but if they are of age, I see them accomplishing things that you'll be very, very proud of as a mother or father. I see them spreading their wings and doing this on their own, and you being supportive of it. And as far as home and family life, I see that being somewhat okay. There's stability. There's not too much going on there as far as change. But when it comes to siblings, some of you might have had a lot of changes going on with one or more of your siblings here just recently, or changes coming in to your siblings over the next couple of years, as long as Uranus is there. But you can also come to develop things with one or more of your siblings that has to do with new thoughts or new drive, or it could also be entrepreneuring something together, for example, or coming up with new patents. Don't limit yourself. Uranus here, it stimulates the intellect, and the intellect here with that Uranian energy could just about come up with some genius streak or genius idea. So the more you're open up for thinking outside of the box this year, the better you can actually come to harvest something a little bit later. And your finances, Neptune is there, and it might feel like things are dissolving or a little muddled or changing. Maybe your paycheck has been oscillating a little bit there in 2012 and not fully yet stabilized, and that can be due to some company policies. But you know what? If you really feel, and this is only for you very, very early Aquarians, we're not talking about you later out in the sign. This is just for you born within that first few days in the first week of Aquarius will be feeling this. You others may be starting to sense it, that it's on its way, and definitely it will be, but that could still be a long time to come yet. Neptune moves slowly. But for you early Aquarians, I want you to look at it at the best positive way that you can, and that is, ask yourself, what is your ideal wage? What would you like to have? What is that dream paycheck that you would like? This is how I want you to think about it. Don't think about everything fizzling. What would that ideal check be? Put that in your mind and then send it to the universe, and then let go. And then start trusting it, because Neptune can bring magic to your life as far as creating a new income. And this income, I see, could very well be associated with the way you work, or working with something that you totally believe in. Really putting your passion in to your hobbies, for example. So some of you will be making money that way. It would probably be a type of job that you wouldn't have done years earlier, thinking that that was too hobby-based, or, oh, I can't make a living, as an artist or a musician, or that's just a hobby. But yeah, some of you may actually take that hobby that you've had lifelong and turn it around to a money maker thing. So anything that's inspirational. Neptune is inspiration. It's visual, and it's forms and sounds and color, and it's spiritual. Some of you might have been drawn to the spiritual arts and healing for a long time, but haven't done anything about it, not taken it to that next step. Many of you might have been researching a lot about alternative medicines, but haven't taken it to that next step. Well, now is the time. Neptune is saying it's now. So if anything is kind of leaving your life right now as far as money and career, this is why. There's something behind coming in, and it's for you to bring up those talents that you have and bring it out to the world. And so just focus on the goal, what it is you want, which would be your ideal job. Don't think how to get there and what money you're going to make, because if you're passionate and focused on what it is you want, everything else will come naturally. It's just a part of that process. You don't have to think about that. But we're going to look at some dates for this month that you can put down on your notepad, which will be important dates for you. We have on the 6th, there is a communication coming in here with somebody in a position that it has strong influence, that can have a big influence on you as you move along, and some kind of mutual agreement or settlement that could really work out for the coming months, you know, for the entire year. This is such an important talk on this day that if you have any interviews or you're going to set up any interviews, this is the day that you actually want to set up, the 6th. And then taking a little break there on the 7th, only because it just seems like you need to. There might be, you know, you might feel a little exhausted because it has been very intense, busy days just this first week of January. And then Venus is going to come in to your 12th area, that this subconscious area, that this area of recreation and pulling back your beautiful garden of Zen, so to speak. And Venus loves it there because it's harmonious with that Neptunian energy. And so it's more the time of month now to kind of step back. So you want to get the most done of what you need prior to this date, prior to the 8th. Which I believe you will. And the rest of the month there is relaxation. I see you having a few beautiful situations here, also with a loved one, with a spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend. That's on the 9th, where you can have a very, very romantic night in the evening. We have the full moon on the 11th, and that will be in also this same area of where you have a need to kind of pull back and just take it easy and relax. I mean, you've had such a busy year in 2012. Don't feel guilty. Just do it. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you exactly where it's at and what it needs. Then we have the next big day will be the 16th, where money and bosses may come together and talk and decide on salary. So if you're looking for a promotion or a good time to kind of ask for a raise, 16th and 17th will not only be good, but it's like it can come in and secure you. You'll have backing for it. And then we have the 22nd. We have a great, that might be a response for whatever. If you put in a request on the 16th, 17th, the 24th, 25th might be when you get a response from it. And in that case, it's good news. I see happy surprises there on the 25th. And then we have the 26th is the full moon. And this is a harvest time. And it's kind of right there back to this good news that you're going to get right prior to it. And then harvesting on this full moon. And for you, this will all be in your 7th house. So partnerships will grow from this. And you might be sharing this good news with your partner. It could also be if you get any offer on this date, it would be a good partnership. And we're ending the month here with Jupiter turning direct. And thank God, we always love when we have Jupiter working with us. When it's retrograde, it kind of slows things down a little bit. But we mentioned early here on in your chart that you have good reason to be proud of your children, something that they're accomplishing. It could be something that you're accomplishing or reaching for as well, which is going to be moving forward and expanding now. And remember, Jupiter is expansive. It's the largest body we have, you know, so, and being in your house of true love as well, you might just start looking for a new partner, and you might already on this day target somebody. But it's setting you up for February and March, so we're going to come back to that and talk more about how Jupiter is going to do for you. So thank you for listening. Hit subscribe if you want your monthly scopes to come to you. And don't forget to listen to your moon sign and your rising sign, as that will give you more of a full picture of what we're talking about here in January. So till then, bye for now.